Hey guys, it's Lee Moto, and today I'm bringing you another gear review for the Alpinestars SMX Plus. So, in my day, this is actually my third set of boots. Can't say that I fly through boots, but I didn't start wearing riding boots dedicated to riding until about the last 3 or 4 seasons. The reason for that was mainly just because I figured, why, you don't need them. Like that's just a bunch of show. Like you're wasting money. And then I seen a girl on the tail of the dragon who was riding on the back of somebody's motorcycle, and they low-sided. Really easy low-side, and really not a super serious wreck. They had leather pants on. They had leather jackets on, and they didn't even have pads in them. But it was such a low speed, low-side. It wasn't a big deal, except for the fact that her shin hit a guardrail, and it was absolutely devastating. It broke her leg and her shin really easily, and that kind of stuck with me for a very long time. And in the last couple of years, I've gotten really serious about refining the gear that I ride with, trying to find the best protection for me, and making sure that I'm not lacking anywhere for those situations to have a weak point. And what I mean by that is, you can ride in your leather work boots, and that's fine. Harley guys have done it for years, and you guys do what you guys do. I'm not here to rain on your parade. But if that work boot hits a guardrail, it's going to break your leg. If that guardrail hits this SMX Plus, especially here on this shin protector, you might get a bruise. And that's the reality of what these boots are, is they keep, like, if your toe lands on the road when you in a crash situation, you're not going to twist your ankle facing the sky when you're facing the ground. It's not going to happen in these. They're the utmost protection for those situations. And these Alpinestars are no exception to the absolute pinnacle of engineering when it comes to motorcycle safety. They're comfortable, especially these V2 vented. They're I mean, perforations start here and they go all the way through the boot. You have a big vent here. You got vent through the toe guard. You got exhaust vents through the back. They're just everywhere. The air flows. I cannot tell you how much air flows through these when you ride. Your foot feels like it has fresh air the entire time you're riding. They're absolutely incredible as far as the venting goes. And that's a big deal for me because my CD boots that I had before I had these, they were not vented, and after a really hot summer ride, my feet were soaked, absolutely drenched. I rode, not too long ago, I rode 4.5 hours in one trip, stopping once for fuel and once for food. Not long stops, but we were out there riding, and it was relatively warm, and my foot stayed completely dry the entire time. My chest and my undershirt underneath my jacket, soaked. My helmet, soaked. My feet, dry and protected. So I really can't speak highly enough about these SMX Pro or SMX Pluses. I'm sorry. They're phenomenal boots. They're not your most crazy GP style, top tier $500-600 boot. I believe these are retailing right now around the 3.5 range, maybe a little bit more. But they're worth every penny in my opinion. This is a huge deal. A simple low side, like I said, broke that girl's leg. Think about the consequences of your everyday life if just rolling through some sand on a turn and sliding the bike, not even damaging the bike really, but breaking your leg. Imagine what that could do to your everyday life. And I'm not here to fear shame you into buying Alpinestars boots. Buy whatever brand boot you want, but it's a good idea to have the protection. If you're going to be out on a bike a lot, or even on the weekends going through the mountains and the canyons, kind of getting in it, think about that. Think about, is it really worth $350 and your leg's not broken? Just food for thought. But to dive into the construction of the boot, you have a metal slider on your heel. You have a removable, I don't even know why you need a removable heel plate, but you have all the vents throughout the boot. This is all a leather body. This is the part for me that kind of got me, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to ask Jesse. For those of you guys who don't know Jesse, he's on Hausamoto with me. He's a co-star. It's a build show. You should watch it, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. But this doesn't have laces or buttons or buckles or anything like that. This has a pull string with a cinch. And then this little guy velcros inside of a designated velcro point inside of the boot where you feed in. So now your foot is cinched tight into this boot. Then it wraps around, the zipper goes up, and the zipper has its own little velcro place. And then you have a ratchet around your ankle that secures the rest of the boot into itself. And when these things are completely cinched up and ratcheted on, this boot is not going anywhere, and neither is your ankle. There's not twist flex in it, so you're not going to twist and break your ankle. It has a hinge right here, so my hands aren't enough weight to really activate it, but when you walk, you can see this bolt and washer slide in to this place. Like, it is a mechanical mechanism guarding your ankle in these boots. And for the price, they're absolutely amazing. I've seen the clamshell style GP track boots. A couple buddies of mine have them, $600. I'm gonna go out there and say, and I'm sure the internet is gonna love to disagree with me on this, but this boot offers you the same protection that those boots do. I don't. It's like putting a bionic foot on your leg when you wear these things. I don't see how you can get more protection than that, or need more protection than that. I've worn a couple of those clamshell styles, and to be honest with you, the comfort is so absent. It's not something I would want to wear unless I was on the track. This is going to be maximum protection and still enough comfort. I could wear these boots around all day. You know, like I said, not too long ago, I wore them for 5 hours. No problems, not at all. So, really good boots, just from a protection standpoint. Like I said, if you don't get Alpinestars, but I highly, highly, highly recommend getting Alpinestars. It's great quality stuff, really, really good boots. Even if you don't get Alpinestars, get you a dedicated riding boot, and don't get a dedicated riding boot that looks just like your Justins or just like your Wolverines. Get a dedicated riding boot that is a dedicated riding boot. It has a shift pad, it has a toe slider, it has a heel slider, it's got some sort of ankle protection, shin protection. Get you an actual riding boot. I know Icon has like the 1000s or whatever it is with the cool little metal plate, but like at the end of the day, those are just boots. They really don't do anything special. They don't have any special protections. These SMX Pluses have all the protection you could ever need as an average rider. And I wouldn't hesitate to take these to the track. If you're looking for an entry-level track boot, right here. So, that being said, guys, I'm Leapmoto, and we're going to be coming to you guys with another episode of Hausamoto here soon. We're trying to keep content coming to you through this quarantine. Keep that in mind, bear with us. It's really hard to get a shop or to get somebody to do some stuff for you right now, so sorry, apologize. I'm healing from surgery. Jesse's got some things going on. The world is in chaos, but we're still here making content for you guys, so check out our Patreon. We're going to be doing a giveaway, which we will get to when we get enough supporters. If you watch Hausamoto, I will guarantee you that episode 3 on Hausamoto, I will explain the giveaway. I will show you what we're going to be working on. And I don't know if you can see it in camera frame or not, because I'm standing in front of the camera and not behind the camera, but it's sitting right here. So, you guys have a good one, and look forward to bringing you guys some content. Stay tuned to the channel.